Welcome to the HP Online Teaching Assistant, an initiative of HP Education. Today we'll explore OneNote Class Notebook in the collaborative learning environment of Microsoft Teams. These are our two objectives for today's session: to locate the class notebook in Teams and to learn the functions the notebook has. What is OneNote? It is a digital notebook which allows us to make annotations by dividing them into sections, and those sections are made of pages. It also allows us to organize content according to different themes, as well as to collaborate together on the same OneNote with all our students. The contents we'll be discussing in this session will mainly be the creation of a class notebook in the Teams environment, the perspective of the teacher's notebook, what the content library is, what the purpose of the collaboration space is in OneNote, and the students' notebooks. So let's move on directly to the practice. First, I'll go to my desktop Teams. I already signed in with my account. Remember, you can do it as well from the web app. You just have to go to the Office 365 website and look for the Teams app. Now, I'll go into my 3A math class that I have here. I'm in the General channel, and my tabs are up here. Today, we'll concentrate specifically on the Class Notebook tab. Let's see what we can do with it. I click on Set up OneNote Class Notebook. Here, you'll be able to see how the class notebook is organized. So there will be a collaboration space where all users can view and edit the content that we place there. Besides, all channels will have sections here. At this point, it is important to be very clear about what we want the students to edit and what they can't. In the content library, we'll publish the course materials, for example, a series of notes, a series of exercises that we want all of our students to practice, and so on. The teacher can edit the content as many times as necessary, and the student, in this case, can only view and complete it separately. The teacher-only section is a private space for teachers. Teachers will be able to edit the content, and students will not be able to view anything inside this area. And the student notebook, which is the personal notebook of each student. The teacher can edit the content of each student notebook. Now I click on Next, and a series of sections for what would be the notebook of the students appears by default. At the beginning, the student name will appear, and we can customize these sections. For example, let's say I don't like handouts. I want to replace it with aha moments, so that students can share something that caught their attention or something that inspired them. Class notes. I want to remove this one. Homeworks. Here we can save the work that students turn in. And quizzes. Let's leave that too. And we could add more sections by clicking here. If we're okay with these sections, we click Create. It usually takes a while getting the class notebook ready. And this would be the interface for our class notebook. As you can see in the upper ribbon, we have many options, similar to those we would find in Microsoft Word: font, size, bold, underline, bullets, numbering, etc. Then we have the Insert option. We can insert tables, a file from our computer, a picture. We can upload it from our computer, take one directly with the camera of our device, or do an online search. We can also insert a link, an audio, a symbol, a math operation, emojis, stickers, and forms. We can also draw and doodle inside the notebook. The View option allows us to define how we want the notebook to be displayed in Teams. This option allows us to open the notebook in the browser, meaning the online version of OneNote, or open it in the Windows OneNote app. But I would recommend that if you are working on Teams, continue editing from here. Then, this tab with an arrow corresponds to the navigation panel. By clicking it, the sections of the notebook I mentioned above will appear. And below, all the notebooks of the students we have in class. In my case, I have these 3, and if I click on any one of them, the sections we defined when configuring the class notebook will appear. In the Content Library section, I'm going to delete all of this which is like a short introduction. And now I could add any kind of content, so I'm going to write to them, "Hi guys, I would like you to do these exercises and take a look at this theory." Everything I just wrote will automatically be shared with the rest of the students. Now I'm going to go to the account of one of my students to show you how it would look. This is the account of my student Be Online 3. Here I go to the 3A math class. Click on the Class Notebook tab and click here to open the navigation panel. See, I have the Welcome section, the Collaboration space, the Content Library, and my notebook. Then I click on the Content Library and I can see the message that I posted from my teacher account. Remember that in this section, the student can only view, but not edit it. Well then, I'll go back to the teacher account. And we see that in the Collaboration space, Session 1 Notes appears. It corresponds to the Channel 1 session that I have here. If I had more channels, they would show up here too. If you do not see the section with any of your channels, you just have to go to the channel and click on the Notes tab. This would activate the Notes section and it will appear in the Collaboration space of our class notebook. Remember that in this section of Collaboration space, all students will be able to edit. So if I write, "Describe the main and secondary characters of the book Moby Dick," and now I insert a table for them to fill in here. Then the students will be able to start editing this part. I'm going to share both windows so you can see the teacher and the student view. So if I'm working from the student account and click in the Collaboration space, you can see here what I wrote from the teacher account. As a student, I can edit, then I write main characters, secondary characters. And here I write Captain Ahab. And simultaneously, other students could be working on the description of the other characters. And in the teacher account, I can go see what they're doing. And if I want to, I can draw. Choose the pen and place a green check mark here and a red X here, indicating that it's incorrect. Now I'm going to expand my window with the teacher account. As I said before, inside each student notebook, I, as a teacher, can see and edit their sections and pages, so we can directly put individual exercises or notes of support that only appear in the notebook of this child. That means if I go now to the Be Online 3 notebook, in the homework section, I write support exercises. Only this student will be able to see it. Let's go to the Be Online 3 student account and select the homework section. Here, I see what the teacher wrote. Well, this is all that OneNote can offer us in Microsoft Teams. Thank you for watching this video, offered by HP Online Teaching Assistant, an initiative of HP Education.